Hey everyone, good to have bonjour everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to where you're in the flight sim world. This is Viper Strike 95 flight simulation, and today we're here at one of the world's most iconic cities in Paris today as we kick off a brand new journey today. Great to have everyone here, and I hope you're all doing fantastic as well. Good to see you guys in the chat. I want to say hello to Super Typhon. Great to see you. My good friend Scruffy Tam is in the house. Scruffy Tam, I hope you're doing well. An amazing flight simmer, one of the nicest and kindest people you would meet in the entire community. Great to have you here, Scruffy Tam. And Red Dragon, I see you down here. Good to see you. Well, today we're actually here in a place known as Paris-Orient Airport. Now, a bit of background about Paris-Orient Airport. Let me go ahead and get back to my notes. So Paris-Orient Airport, what do you guys want to know about it? Well, this airport here in particular is actually the secondary airport in Paris. This airport was originally built all the way back in 1909 on May 23rd. It was built as Orient Air Base. And then it was used during World War II by the Luftwaffe as a combat airfield. And then after Normandy and the retreat of Paris, the 9th Air Force used this airfield for their P-47s. However, after the war, it became the main primary airport for Paris until 1974 when they opened Charles de Gaulle Airport. But despite that, it is still the second busiest airport in all of France in terms of passenger traffic. And it's still the busiest for domestic flights throughout France, with over 33 million passengers in 2018. This, according to flight connections, this airport is used, of course, for a lot of the domestic flights here in France, but also international flights from the areas of the UK, the Mediterranean, like Spain, Italy, Greece, to flights like in Israel, North Africa. In fact, they even fly to North America and the Caribbean. But the longest flight actually, according here, was all the way to Marianas, which is around 11 hours and 35 minutes, basically from Europe, across Africa into the Indian Ocean. But yeah, this airport here is quite a big deal. Hey, Gold Zone 93, good to see you, Gold Zone. Great to have you here, Gold. I hope you're doing well. So yeah, Gold Zone's here. He's actually a relative of mine. He's actually my brother. Good to have you here. So we're doing this because we're actually here to do an achievement today. Yes, we're doing the Orient Express achievement done by Bobby Allen. Bobby B. Allen's part of this. So we're going to be doing a leg. Each week we'll be doing one leg each. From Paris to Strasbourg, Strasbourg to Munich, Munich to Vienna, Vienna to Budapest, Budapest to Bucharest, and Bucharest to Istanbul. And if you want to see what the full flight plan looks like, let me go ahead and upload this. Let me show you what the full flight plan actually looks like. It looks like this. This is what the full flight plan is for this trip. Yes, this is the full flight plan, what it looks like. We go through all this, down to this. Now, the reason it looks like with all those dots is because I'm doing some good old IFR flying today. And it's not instrument flight rules. It's I follow railroads, by the way. So there'll be lots of railroads. We're going to be flying over the railroads today. I mean, if we're doing an express all about railroads, we're going to be doing that. So the plan for today's trip is going to be, it's actually, hey Dryson, good to see you. I checked on your stream last night. You did really, really well last night. Definitely, I think guys, you should support Dryson. Definitely a good guy. He's been hanging out at my streams quite a bit. Definitely check out his channel. So this here, it is the Moudry Cap 10. It is built and flown here in France. First flew in 1968. It's a two-seat training aerobatic plane. Developed from the PL Super Emerald and was born as the CP-100. This particular plane has been used as a military training, primarily used by the French Air Force and Navy. It's also used by the Moroccan Armed Forces, the Mexican Air Force, South Korea, and Australia have all operated these systems. It's comparable to the Vance RV-7, which I know Red Dragon's with. It has a crew of 2 people, powered by a one Lycoming engine that's 180 horsepower. It can go to a max speed of 150 knots, and its cruise speed is 130 knots, which should be enough for today's flight. And it has a service ceiling of 16,000 feet. Hey, Unsustainable Extremes, good to have you here. First time in chat, great to have you here. What plane do I recommend use today? Good question, actually. Let me show you the recommended. It's exclamation point recommended. I forgot to save the recommended. Hold it 1 second. It is actually my apology. Do not use that plane on the list. That's wrong. I forgot to update. I didn't save my update. Oh, let me go. Simple mistake. Yeah, there it is. The Cap 10 is perfectly good for it. The Cessna 172 should go around 130 knots. The DA-40NG is perfect. Again, those three planes come standard, so you don't have to worry about it. No worries. And if you want to fly a different plane, fly a plane that's at least 125 to 140 knots, and you'd be perfectly good. Just any plane that can keep up with this is perfectly fine. So let's turn this plane on. Let's set the parking brakes already on. We got turn on the avionics. Now some of this stuff is in French, mind you. So soccer blue. Turn on the battery. Strobe lights. Now this area is not really much in French, though in the Robin DR100, a lot of this is in French. So that's pictures rich, good. Fuel selector is in the forward position. Let's look at the fuel for today. Let's put to 85%. 85 should be good enough. We gotta turn that off. This. Clean the mixtures. Clean. Do magneto set to both. And we turn on the starter. And we adjust the 1000 RPM, and I think everything looks good. Perfecto. Perfect. Everything should be back the way it should. We just gotta turn on the alternator. Boom. Lights are on. Now we gotta turn on the lights. Horizon. Nav lights. We don't need lane lights. Turn on the. Okay. We also have the airbag trim flaps. Hey, good to see you guys. All right, there we go. We got the Cap 10 started. A really good aerobax plane. So we're gonna take off from runway. We're gonna take off from runway 25. So let's go ahead and turn off the parking brake. So one of the things I do like about this Cap 10, it is a fantastic little aerobax plane. Is a fantastic little aerobax plane. It can do. Oh, that's wrong too. That's wrong. There we go. I managed to forget to save it, so I got it wrong. So I hope you guys can change it back again. So basically this flight, most of these cities do have photogrammetry on this trip. so most of the cities we're going to fly to have photogrammetry, at least our destinations. And they'll be covered mostly in their own city tours, mind you. So just gonna let you guys know. Whoops. Yeah, the issue with this is kind of hard to see. Hey, Nomad Aviator, holy crap. Nomad with the raid of 16 viewers. Nomad Aviator, good to see you. Bravo Julia Tango with the hype. Great to have all you guys here. Nomad, how was your stream today? I hope you had a fantastic stream, Nomad Aviator. I hope you guys are doing great. Pat Breeze, good to see you here. Yeah, it's great to see you guys here today. I hope, Nomad, you had a fantastic stream today. Yeah, it's softer. Yeah, I got myself mixed and confused. Oh, I don't hear you, Sim. Oh, I think I know what it is. My application output thing it's low. Quite quiet, so yeah, this one can be quite quiet. Hey, Dougal McTavish, good to see you. I can't say, but wish you had a great stream. Oh, thank you so much, Dougal. Yeah, so guys, we're here at Paris-Orient Airport. We're doing leg 1 of the FS Hub achievement. The Orient Express, actually. We're taking the Cap 10 from Paris-Orient to Strasbourg. So we're going to be doing this. It's leg 1. This will be for the next 6 weeks. This is what we'll be doing. So if you guys want to come along, I'm on East USA server. Actually, we turn here. Let's turn here, because that will connect us straight to the runway. I'll be loaded in 5 minutes. No worry, I have plenty of time. We're going to be flying over here to start the stream. So guys, I hope you're doing great. Are we getting there by road? No, actually. We're going through some IFR flying, and we're not following roads. We're following railroads today. Let's go ahead and take off. Max power. And we are off. Nice. Hey, I gotta run. Enjoy the stream. Thank you so much, Nomad Aviator. Once I get this into the air, let me give you a shout out. We need to get this in the air. Nomad Aviator, he just rated us. He does a lot of airline flights, but he also does ATC control around the Toronto area, around Pearson. So definitely check out his channel. So I'm gonna just do some circular around for a little bit. just gonna circle around here, wait till everyone gets back in the air. Just run away a little bit. Okay, I think Red Dragon's near. Unsustainable Streams is gonna be loaded in within the next 5 minutes, so we should be pretty good. So, okay, I think that's everyone. So we're going to go ahead and turn to the right. So we're going to be heading to our first waypoint for today's trip. Hey, Grumpy Gordo with the follow. Grumpy Gordo, great to have you here. So guys, if you guys never been to my streams before, I do lots of research for all my content. So expect to see lots and lots of research done. And Gadget FPV with the follow. Thank you guys so much for the new follows, guys. So I do lots of research today. So we're doing the first leg. We're going to visit the first waypoint, and it's actually a PY in the sim. Yes, we're visiting the Palace of Versailles. This place is world famous. It is, when I think of opulence, it's probably what I think of in terms of royal palaces and opulence. So the Palace of Versailles is the former royal residence of the King of France, located in Versailles, 12 miles west of Paris. It's currently owned by the French Republic and has since been 1995 been managed under the direction of the French Ministry of Culture. 15 million people visit the Palace of Versailles each year, making it one of the most popular tourist destinations on the planet. So the story of the Palace of Versailles was Louis XIII built this as a hunting lodge on the site in 1623, and then he replaced it with a chateau in 1631 to 1634. Then his son Louis XIV expanded it into a palace in several phases from 1661 to 1715. Basically, for guys who don't know, King Louis XIV is known as the Sun King, or Louis the Great, one of the great leaders in French history. In 1682, he moved the seat of the court and his government here to Versailles, making it the de facto capital of France. And continued over to the next two kings, Louis XV and XVI. However, for the rest of the revolution, when the French Revolution happened, the Palace of Versailles was abandoned and emptied. And then Napoleon Bonaparte used it as a summer residence, but didn't restore it. However, when the French monarchy restored it, they made elaborate repairs to the place. Currently, the Palace and Park is designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, known for its importance in power, art, and science of France for the 17th and 18th century. This place, oh, Gadget FPV is also a streamer. I forgot about it. I didn't know you streamed. So Gadget, let me give you a shout out. FPV. So he actually is a streamer. I forgot. I didn't know about Gadget as a streamer. My apologies. Thank you, Typhon, for pointing that out. I'm really sorry. I'm really, really sorry. But here's a shout out for your Gadget for the follow, and for that, thank you. So the Palace of Versailles, there's a lot of things in this Versailles. I mean, the Palace of Versailles is one of the most famous pieces of French architecture. There's all sorts of royal apartments. There's the ambassador staircase, the state apartments of the king. You have all sorts of artwork, exquisite paintings and artwork everywhere. The private apartments for the king and queen, their personal rooms, there's a royal chapel, and then one of the most famous parts of it, the Hall of Mirrors, with 578 mirrors facing 17 windows. And of course, it also features gardens, some of the most expansive gardens in the country as well. And this place it still serves some political functions, like the head of state and the French Parliament meeting here as well. So this Palace of Versailles is an absolutely memorable place. Oh, Paris's first Starbucks is at the Palace of Versailles. Really? Really? I need to look that up for a sec. It's not the first Starbucks, but I believe it's the most luxurious. And here it is, guys. Welcome to the Palace of Versailles. So now I do city tours on Sundays, guys. So when I do my own city tour for Paris, I'll be going into more detail about the Palace of Versailles and to have a show around this place quite a bit. Okay, I'm just trolling. No, I'm trolling. Okay, but there is one in the Palace of Versailles. It's around the place, but it's extremely luxurious. So this is the palace. Oh yeah, if you guys like what you see, and if you guys have already followed and you want to explore more of my channel, I do have a Discord, by the way. Here it is. Let me give you the Discord link. Check out my Discord for the latest news content. Yeah, they did a great job with the Palace of Versailles. It's big. So in addition to this, so now let's go into the next thing. Let's talk about, obviously, Paris. Just a bit overview of Paris. I'll discuss more about Paris when I do my city tour series on Sundays. So what is Paris? Well, it is the capital, most populous city here in France with over 2 million residents. It's also one of the most densely populated cities in the world. We get it 34th. Since the 17th century, Paris has been one of the world's major centers of finance, diplomacy, fashion, gastronomy, and more, and has even been referred to as the capital of the world. Paris is has one of the highest living costs in the world, and it has the highest GDP of any city in the entire continent. It's a major railway, highway, and air transport hub, thanks to having one of the busiest airports in Europe, Paris-Charles de Gaulle, the Paris metro system, which serves 5 million people daily, and it features lots of art in museums, especially the Louvre. And of course, all the landmarks. I mean, you have the Arc de Triomphe, and of course the Eiffel Tower as well. And Paris has also hosted multiple Olympic Games in 1900, 1924, and will host the 2024 Summer Olympics. So Paris is a world-class city, and of course, the food in Paris. I mean, you can't beat Paris is a food capital. If you're a food lover, Paris is definitely one of the premier stuff too. So we're going to be visiting the next place in Paris, by the way. So of course, we need to go visit the Eiffel Tower. Now, of course, we'll go into more detail as well, but let me give you a base overview about the Eiffel Tower. So the Eiffel Tower was actually constructed in 1887 and was completed in 1889. It's a wrought iron lattice tower named after the engineer Gustave Eiffel, whose company designed and built the tower. It was locally nicknamed La Dame de Fer, Iron Lady, and it was supposed to be the centerpiece of the 1889 World's Fair held in Paris, and it was initially criticized by the leading artists of France at the time. However, it's since been a global cultural icon here in France, and one of the most recognizable structures on the planet. In fact, 6.9 million people have visited it in 2015, and it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's actually 1,083 feet tall, about the same height as an 81-story building, and it's the tallest structure here in Paris. In fact, this tower was the tallest building in the world for 41 years until the Chrysler Building in New York built it, and that was in 1930. There's 3 levels for visitors, with restaurants in the first and second levels, and the upper platform is 906 feet above the ground. But yeah, the Eiffel Tower is an absolute classic here in Paris. Oh yeah, yeah, and fly under it. Oh yeah. Let's do that, guys. Let's fly under it for a bit. Let's have some fun, shall we? Turn on the aerobacks trim flaps. Yeah, they gave Paris the photogrammetry treatment in the France World Update. It looks really good. Absolutely incredible. There's so many landmarks here. Be careful, it might have collision on. I don't have collision on though. I turn it off. But yeah, it is absolutely stunning. And by the way, if you guys check out my Discord, I put pictures for all the stuff we're visiting here. So there is the Eiffel Tower. I'll get a picture of that for the Discord. And I highly recommend you guys checking it out. It's where I do all my streams and stuff. You want to get the notification. So across from the Eiffel Tower, I did have notes for it, but across the tower is the public park Jardins de Bernardo. It features the National Museum of Paris down below. And then just around the block from the good old Eiffel Tower is the Arc de Triomphe, or the Arc of Triumph from French. It's actually called the Arc de Triomphe d'Étoile, Triumphal Arc of the Star, one of the most famous monuments here in Paris, just like the Eiffel Tower. It was honored those who have fought and died for France in the French Revolution and Napoleonic Wars, with all the names of the French victors and generals inscribed in the inner and outer surfaces. Beneath the arc is actually the tomb of the unknown soldier, and that was from World War I. It is the tallest triumph arch until Mexico City's arch in 1938. It's known for its art as well. It sets the public tone for public monuments and triumph and patriotic messages here in France. It was actually inspired by the Arch of Titus in Rome. It's about 164 feet tall, 148 feet wide, and a depth of 72 feet as well. But definitely a very famous monument here in France. But just need to go ahead and find it back again. Ah. Here you go. Just stunning. Looks absolutely incredible. Just absolutely stunning. Now when I do the city tour series, I'll go into greater detail. So for my city tour series on Sundays at 1400 Zulu, I usually do lots of programs, you'd say, like this. Take a little ultralight and explore all the landmarks in very close detail as well. So I'll be doing that. Then, of course, there's one final landmark we're going to be visiting on our way to the train station here, and that is, of course, the Louvre. This is one of the world's greatest museums. After all, it is the world's most visited museum, a historic landmark here in Paris, and of course, it is the home for some of the world's best known artworks, including the Mona Lisa by Leonardo da Vinci and the Venus de Milo, a Greek sculpture that was created between 150 and 125 BC. Now, the museum itself is located within the Louvre Palace, which is around it. It is a central landmark here in Paris. It's definitely one of the great icons here. In 2021, the attendance was 2.8 million. However, at its peak, it attracted even more people to the museum. But it features all sorts of collections. The museum itself actually opened in 1793 with an exhibition of 537 paintings, much of it being royal or confiscated church property. However, currently now, the museum contains over 380,000 objects and displays of 35,000 works of art, with more than 60,000 square miles dedicated to the permanent collection. It includes sculptures, object d'art, paintings, drawings, and archaeological finds. They found all sorts of stuff here at the Louvre. So yeah, that is the Louvre. If you stand in the center of the arch and look at the distance, you see Arch in La Défense. Ah, cool. But yeah, this is the Louvre, everyone. So now we need to make our way to the train station, Gare d'Est, and we're gonna go here. Gare d'Est is one of the 6 main train stations here in Paris. It opened in 1849. It's the 5th busiest of the 6 main railway stations in Paris. It is the western terminus of the Paris-Strasbourg Railway and the Paris-Mulhouse Railway, which proceeds to Basel, Switzerland. The Gare d'Est is the terminus of a strategic railway network that saw the action in World War I. In addition to this, Gare d'Est is also the starting place of the first train of the Orient Express, which is why I picked that train as well. In 1883, and it was heading towards Istanbul, or back in the old days, it used to be called Constantinople. So we're now here at Gare d'Est. There's the Eastern Trailway, Gare d'Est, and we're now going to be doing now we're going to follow the trail railway across France. How are we doing on fuel? 63% on the second main tank. So we'll be saying goodbye to the iconic legendary city of Paris, France. Oh, there's US APR. Good to see you here. Hey, US APR, good to see you here. So we're going to actually do some IFR flying today. Yes, we're following railways today. We're going to be following the Paris-Strasbourg Railway for today's trip. So this railway in particular is a 493-kilometer long railway line that connects Paris to Strasbourg via Châlons-en-Champagne and Nancy, France. Officially, the line does not start at the Gare d'Est. Now, this railway is open through various stages from 1849 to 1852. However, they created an LGV high-speed line in 2007, which decreased a lot of the traffic. But this railway is still very important, as it's the main railway that will get us there to Strasbourg. So that is where we're going to be good. That's what we're going to be doing here. Now, to our left here, there's an airport right here. This is Le Bourget Airport. This was the place most famous when the Spirit of St. Louis landed here back in the day. There's Le Bourget. It's currently the main GA airport in Paris. And then beyond that, in this direction, is Charles de Gaulle Airport, the main international airport here in France. So these are definitely some major landmarks to keep and follow. I'm in the air finally. Are you guys okay with the group Golden Badger? No, unfortunately. Actually, Unsustainable Extremes, the closest airport is actually LFPH. Lima Foxtrot Papa Hotel is the closest airport. But if you want to, you can also spawn in, actually, Lima Foxtrot Papa Echo would actually be a better place to spawn. That's our closest airport. Hey, friends all, good to see you, friend to all. So right here, see all those name tags here? That is Charles de Gaulle Airport. This is the main international airport here in Paris. And I mean, Air France does tons of flights out of Charles de Gaulle. They fly everywhere from Paris. I mean, they fly to the Middle East, they fly to Asia, Africa, the United States. The only place they don't fly to from Paris is Australia. But I mean, everywhere else, Air France flies everywhere. So, pretty crazy airport. LPFE. Yep. Oh, that's what I was on East Asia. No worries, Unsustainable. I understand why you had to be in Southeast Asia. The nearest airport code is on top of the screen. Yes, right here. It's on the top right corner is the closest airport to the screen. Now, of course, let me show you, how did you exactly come up with the route for today's flight plan? So let me show you. So there's two ways I use the routes. First, I open up this website here. It's called Open Railway Map. So I open this up, and this is really good because it shows you all the major rail hubs. So for example, there's Paris, and then from the rail route, from here we'll be going to Charles de Gaulle, and then once we enter up here to Langueuil-sur-Mer. And these are the train routes, and basically this will take us from Paris to Strasbourg through this train line. And that is how we get through to our route for today. The other way I got it is here. It's Google Maps basically, but here's the really thing about Google Maps, what's really cool about it. Let's do Paris to Strasbourg, for example. Now this obviously goes through train direction. Oh, you're Chronoco by the sim. Okay, Chronoco. Oh, I see TYP. Okay. Right here. And see the map. Paris to Strasbourg. That's where we took for today's trip. But we decided to take but this is where we're falling for much of the journey here. And then that's where I got some of the list from train. See, that's what I did to do the map. Oh, the map's still up. Oh. Yeah. Hey, Joey Bolo, good to have you here. Oh, there's Chronogo. There you are. Let me definitely check out Joey Bolo 77, a longtime friend of the channel. It's good to have you here, Joey Bolo. They're currently in live weather right now. Great to have you here, Joey Bolo. It's good to have you here, my friend. So of course we're entering to one of the first areas from where we meet on our railway trip. We're visiting the city, the commune of Meaux. It's located on the River Marne, the Seine-et-Marne department. Basically, these departments are basically in France. They're like the administrative divisions of France. It's 25 miles south northeast of the city of Paris. It has been the center of its own community, by the way. But Meaux's history is quite long. It's been around since the Roman days, actually, in the days of the Gauls and Romans. During the Gaulish period in the early Roman Empire, they feature a lot of its own cathedral. The Meaux Cathedral is located around here during the old times. However, nowadays the city is most well known for its own cheese, the Brie de Meaux, which is its own variety of brie cheese and its own mustard. And you know how much the French love their cheese. Also, in addition, there's many different festivals around the commune, including its own music festival, Music Els. A public concert band plays here, and for over 30 years. There's also a show played by actors within the cathedral, and it represents the history of the commune from the Middle Ages, the Renaissance, and World War I, mainly the Battle of the Marne, when the German advance was halted here during this time. Yeah, this little place may be small, but it has a lot of history. Sorry, I wasn't listening. I figured you left the map on screen accidentally. No, I didn't leave the map on. I did it on purpose to show how I got the route information for all the different routes. So this is Meaux. Welcome to Meaux, France. So flying with us today, we have Red Dragon, DIYP, Chronico are all flying with me today. We have all these amazing people here today. Thank you guys so much. All right, Meaux, France. So we're following the railroads today. So there's more of the railroads we're getting caught here. So down below us is the railroad. See, there's the railroad that connects here. That's the Strasbourg Railway. We're going to be caught up there. Are the villages of Curly, Larry, and Shrepnebry. But we're actually going to go straight ahead. We're going to go around all the different turns and stuff. But yeah, this area of France is definitely very beautiful and stunning, like much of France. So basically we're going to go around through the entire railway and everything. Oh, that's a Three Stooges reference. It's been a long time since I learned about the Three Stooges. So I hope you guys are doing well today. Thank you guys so much for coming into my stream today. Welcome to my world. So the organization I'm part of today is an organization. I'm part of the virtual airline group known as Firefly Air. I'm a proud member of the Two-Tone Murphy community as their primary senior commander. So what is Firefly Air? It is a virtual airline on FS Hub, which you can sign up for free. You can also create your own virtual airline too. But in order to join this awesome community of over 200 pilots, here's how you join. First, create your own FS Hub account, which is really easy. It's for free. You don't have to pay any of it. Here's the website. It's a free cloud-based service with virtual pilot and airline tracking. It's not just used for Microsoft. It's also can be used for X-Plane, P3D, FSX, and even all the way back to FS 2004. As well, once you create your account for free, there's a lot of really good features here. You have flight reports, you have your GPS tracking, your own pilot profile, of course your BA, your pilot, your own pilot profile, and more. It even has support for Xbox and DCS, which meant you can have support from there. The Xbox stuff is really nice. Once you do it, create your account, then sign your application here at FFA, and Murph will help set you all out. And once you do that, then you just go to step 2. You download the landing rate monitor client, which is really excellent because it's easy to install. You can run the installer in under a few seconds. It's very light. It's a really easy to use program, really easy. But the thing I love about this the most, if you connect this to FS Hub, guess what's one of the best features about it? It has this logbook. Let's look at a flight I did recently. It is a flight from, I got it. Let's do this one. From Bowen, China to Hong Kong. Took the Caravan, which is my plane. I had a landing rate of negative 186 feet per minute, 1.04 Gs. I have a flight time of 8 minutes, but here's really cool. See this? It's a logbook, and it can log your entire flight. It logs all your flight plane routes and your landing too, and your approach. It is insanely good. It's better than your base sim logbook, which is extremely helpful. All things considered. Oh, you're going AFK? Be right back. No worries, Red Dragon. And then once you download that, then you probably need to get the FS UIPC if you're using Microsoft, or X-Plane UIPC if you're using X-Plane, and that's it. That is all you need to get involved